As a creative slashie running my own business, life can get overwhelming sometimes. And when that happens, I often find myself at a matcha place. Now this is Matcha Kobo. It's one of my favorite matcha places in Melbourne, and this is what I usually order.
Thank you.
I really like their hot matcha latte along with the triple matcha tart. This feels almost like a ritual before I do my proper brain dump and admin task. I do wonder why it's always a matcha place. Maybe it's the aroma, maybe it's the taste. I just love it. Or maybe it's simply the zen-like atmosphere that most matcha places carry, something deeply rooted in Japanese culture. Yum yum. Because somehow every time I'm here, I feel more collected, more calm, and I'm able to power through my admin task with surprising focus. It really elevated my productivity and I love it. Okay, now this second place is called Hikari, and as much as I love Hikari, I can never find a space inside. It's always so crowded. So I usually get the takeaway.
Large matcha latte with soy milk.
And I love the fact that they have little mascots for their staff members. Little creative things like this. It's just so fun.
Matcha latte for you.
Hi, thank you. So I usually grab this large soy matcha latte and head to my office, kickstart my work day. And of course, sip sip, gotta have that to get the engine going.
I have just switched off my computer because I want this to be an analog session. No digital distractions.
Okay, so that was batch number 3. All done. My camera overheated just now, so I had to stop for a bit. I'm back. While you were away, I actually started writing a script for a voice memo video that I plan to do, and I just let it flow and I was in the zone for a bit. I'm now going to transfer that into the computer. Let's get to it. I'm gonna transfer thoughts into the computer. Let's go. Pew. Maybe it's the way pen touches the paper. For me, analog planning feels more satisfying. And after I've done it on the paper, I would transfer them into my digital system, my Google Calendar, my reminders, etc. I started my career as a singer-songwriter, focusing purely on the creative side of things. It was all I ever wanted to do. It still is. Anyway, as my business grew, more and more admin work found its way onto my desk. And if I'm honest, I really resisted it at first. But this is something I've come to learn. Even as a creative, a huge part of your work is non-creative. And sometimes, those boring, tedious parts matter more than you think. They're the backbones that support the whole structure of your business. Because I've learned, the creative work, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Everything beneath the surface, the systems, the processes, that's what keeps you afloat. A friend once asked me, why does it feel like every girl is drinking matcha nowadays? Admittedly, matcha is the cool drink right now. And I think a big part of it comes from social media, where it's often tied to this idea of self-love. In a time where we're all becoming more aware of our mental health, it's really not surprising to see matcha having a star moment. But honestly, I don't think that's the whole story. Now, I do love matcha, and I also do think it's important to treat yourself every now and then. But I don't rely on it as my main source of joy. It's just a small moment in my life. A quiet little ritual that I return to whenever I need to sit down and find some clarity. To matcha or not to matcha, I hope you find something like that for yourself too. A little ritual you can come back to whenever you need a pause. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Mata ne!